Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to How I Did It. Today's video is going to be a two-part video. The first part is me cutting some branches for the interim chicken tractor for the American Breed chicks that I have. The second part of this video is going to be my review on this Bauer 20-volt chainsaw that I purchased from Harbor Freight. Now, the first thing about this chainsaw that is absolutely awesome but could be a detriment is its weight. It is so lightweight. You start working and you get a false sense of security on it, and you end up doing things with a chainsaw that realistically you're not supposed to do. You're always supposed to keep two hands on that chainsaw just in case it kicks back. But because this thing is so light, I kept catching myself where I was using the chainsaw in one hand and I was using the other hand to manipulate the branches around to cut it the way that I wanted to cut it. That's the one thing that my gramps taught me years ago. We go out in the woods and we would cut wood, and his big thing with the chainsaw was always keep two hands on that chainsaw in case it kicks back. You don't end up getting yourself cut. And as you can see, do not do as I'm doing, but do as I'm saying. If you're going to use a chainsaw, even though this is so lightweight, keep two hands on that chainsaw. It's a safety issue. So now that I have the branches cut, I can go ahead and get them into the interim chicken tractor for those American Breed chickens, or I should say chicks, that I have. Now, we're supposed to have some pretty heavy storms coming up, but once those heavy storms blow through, then I'm going to go ahead and bring those girls out here and put them in this interim tractor. And it's inside the chicken's playpen area right by the chicken coop, so that'll kind of get the two sets of birds acclimated to each other. Alright, so moving forward, this is actually going to be kind of the test as to whether or not I wasted my money on this saw. I was using the Sawzall to cut these 3 to 5 inch tree branches. They're seasoned oak, so they're pretty doggone hard. And it was just taking forever to get through to them. So I thought, you know what, I really would love to have a chainsaw, but I don't want the maintenance. I don't want to have to worry about the fuel. I don't want to have to worry about the fuel additive. I don't want to worry about if I got bad fuel, did it gum up the carburetor, whatever. So that's kind of where I opted to go ahead and include this tool in my purchase from Harbor Freight. It's only 20 volts, so the power is limited. And sometimes having a tool that does this type of work, not having enough power, could potentially get you in trouble. And again, as I talked about earlier, with this saw being so lightweight, it kind of sets you up to keep one hand on the trigger and put the other hand out there to hold that branch, just to move that branch where you want it to move to make the cut. And so that's kind of the lightweightness of it is a plus, but that lightweightness of it again is a deficit. And I think I need to make more of a conscious effort when I am using this saw to, number one, have a nice stable cutting surface instead of trying to do it on a rickety old wood pile. The other thing is keep both hands on this saw. But overall, this will cut. It is going through these branches absolutely like butter, unlike my DeWalt Sawzall and even the corded Sawzall that I had. You know, they struggled to get through them even after I went out and purchased a pruning blade like one of the channel's subscribers had recommended. So overall, I would definitely rate this Bauer as being worth it. only time is going to tell if it will actually hold up. I know that using it out here on these tree branches, it worked absolutely like a charm. Alrighty then, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I'll see you next time on How I Did It. Take care.